Well, hello everybody. Don't know why that was chugging and bugging along, but that should be the only type of video clip that I play today. Thank goodness. Thank you for watching and listening to New Release Roundup number 10. We've done 10 of these already. I still want to do these every week. I have a lot of new releases to show off to each and every one of you. But this week, I'll show off the stack if the thumbnail wasn't good enough for all of you. Boom. We got a nice hefty stack here. And as you can see, we have some vinyls coming towards the end of the live stream. Once I go through all of the movies, I will showcase off all of these vinyls. And I bought a Mondo blind box. And I kind of wanted to go over them with you and see if it was worth the money that was spent. But let's waste no more time and showcase off the big boy, the big one, out on Tuesday. I'm actually going to be watching this movie once I'm done with this live stream. We have The Fall Guy on extended cut 4K. There's two different cuts of the film, theatrical and extended. I showed this in my video today, but what's cool about this release is that The Fall Guy, first one, theatrical cut on one disc, another 4K for the extended cut on the other disc. That is amazing. And then, of course, we have the Blu-ray, which is always a nice added touch. But usually I've never seen a movie do this. I've always seen movies that when they get released, both cuts of the film are on the same 4K disc. I like that Fall Guy is kind of priding itself on, hey, we don't want to kind of take away any picture quality by putting two different cuts of the film. And I think this extended cut adds like 20 minutes or so to the runtime. I wonder if the runtime is on here anywhere for both of them. Yeah. Okay. Theatrical cut, 2 hours, 6 minutes. Extended cut, 2 hours, 26 minutes. So exactly 20 minutes. I will probably watch the extended cut. That's just where my brain always goes, is for the extended stuff. So yeah, can't wait to do that. Which way should we go next? Let's do a fun one, shall we? A very fun line from Kino Lorber. This is number 8 and 9 into their Kino Cult collection. We have Cannibal Apocalypse, and we have Nightmare Beach. And I like the packaging, because the packaging just looks like their run-of-the-mill packaging, which is always great and solid. But what I love when Kino does this is when they put different artwork on the inside of the slip. It just looks so, so nice. And I'm also very happy to see that this Kino Cult line has different, or it's not just like the KL Studio. I feel like that pops a little bit more off of their discs as opposed to what they normally do on their just their normal studio releases, where it's just the big K and L. I like having the font of the title of the movie on the discs. I think that works. I really do. On this one, we have a commentary, a documentary on here. A documentary I always love to see as a special feature. It gives me extra stuff in my mind to say, hey, I want to buy this. Give this to me now, please. I have a bonus movie in my movie. No better feeling in the world for me. And then number 9 in the line, Nightmare Beach. Look how amazing this looks, right? I love the cover artwork and the reversible artwork. It's different and it looks great. I love the way this sucker looks. Cannot get enough of it. I've never heard of Nightmare Beach. I have heard of Cannibal Apocalypse. I have never seen that one. I am going to see this one first, though. It has Michael Parks. I am a big fan of Michael Parks. Cannot wait to finally sink my teeth into this sucker. That should be a fun one to watch as well. Let's go over some of the comments. I'm live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So let's see what you guys are talking about here. Thank you for the follow, Anonymous. What's my number one classic movie that's worth watching? My favorite movie of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing. It's 40 years old, so that's kind of classic enough, don't you think? Some more we have. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Physical media, good. Do I have Indiana Jones stuff? I do, but I'm just showing off the stuff that I added to my collection this week. And your package arrived today for Fall Guy. Cannot frickin' wait. Is Fall Guy a good movie? I'm watching it right after this. Show me the Twister Steelbook. I didn't get the Twister Steelbook. I did get the 4K, and it is in arm's reach. So you are in luck. Twister 4K right here. I need to watch this sucker. I've heard very good things about the transfer. What I think Ken said, it's very green, and he's getting a lot of flack about that. I like Twister. I live in Iowa. Everybody needs to watch Twister in this state because part of it was filmed there, like one of 6 films that was shot in Iowa. It's a very minute number. That's for dang sure. Okay. Let's go over here to the comments that pop up on the screen for you guys. Have I seen the Fall Guy? I've answered that. What's good? He just did a video on here. I did one yesterday. I did a live stream yesterday with Justin Beam. It was awesome on my podcast, Boutique Talk. In fact, I should probably go up here and change this little bug back to Steelbook Obsessed. There we go, because it's not Boutique Talk. But I had an absolute blast talking with Justin. And in fact, later on in the podcast, or in the live stream, I'm going to be giving away one of the movies that Justin did special features for. I'm going to give away a digital code for Red Eye. So if you are interested in receiving that, just kind of wait until later in streaming, and I will randomly pop it up so one of you can grab it. You love the content, give me a shout out. There you go, man. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let's go on to the next one, and let's get this one out of the way because I've heard a lot of bad things about it, unfortunately. And I'm still intrigued because I think the concept is intriguing. I like one of the actors in this movie. The movie's Tarot. The movie is Tarot. Honestly, don't tell Sony this, but I really haven't heard anything good about this horror movie. But I'm always in to watch a new horror movie. That person right there looks creepy as all get out. I love Peter Parker's best friend right here. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. That's terrible of me. It's got some decent special features in here too. The fate is in the cards. I don't know. When a group of friends recklessly violates the sacred rule of tarot reading, never use someone else's deck, they unknowingly unleash an unspeakable evil trapped within the cursed cards. Okay. So that sounds good enough. You just want to see these people die one by one. So yes, Jacob Batalone. Thank you very much, Carlos. I appreciate that. That is the name of the actor that I pointed out. I'm going to give that sucker a shot. Might be more towards Spooky Dookie season, but yeah, I will definitely do that. Let's go over. I have a few steelbooks to showcase right now, and I realized that I just put one of them back somewhere. I'll get that later. But first, this one is coming out on Tuesday. 100th anniversary Columbia Pictures edition release of Captain Phillips on steelbook. It's a nice matte finish. Front, back. I have the Blu-ray steelbook of Captain Phillips, and I've still never seen Captain Phillips. The only thing I know about Captain Phillips is that this man right here says, "I'm the captain now," and that's all I know. The boat is hostage. Is this movie worth checking out? Let me know in the comments. I'm hoping. I haven't heard anything about the transfer yet because, again, it doesn't come out until Tuesday. Totally forgot it was directed by Paul Greengrass, the guy who did the Bourne movies, Bourne 2 and 3, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum. That makes me a little less excited, if I'm being honest. He does a lot of shaky cam when it comes to his action scenes, and that kind of it's not my type of cinematography. I'll say it nicely, but yeah, it's Captain Phillips. I've heard very good things about it. I just don't really know too much about it. Do I have a steelbook for The Crow? I do. I have 2 different steelbooks for The Crow. Let's see here. Oh, we got Movie Hunter in here. Did someone say steelbook? Evening, everybody. Evening. How's it going, Movie Hunter? Thanks for sharing your video. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Next up, let's do some of the pickups that I had on my last video. I went to Half Price Books with a bunch of other content creators that live in like a 3-hour drive of me. They came to my neck of the woods. I showed them Half Price Books. That was the first stop of the day that we went to. I'll just go over kind of everything that we picked up on that trip. First one, we have the Vestron video release of Dream a Little Dream. This was $5.99 at the store. It did not come with the slip. It only came just with the case. But one of the guys that came with me, Bob from Bob's Blu-rays, he has a lot of slip covers that he just kind of keeps that are extra of his. And this was one of the extras that he had. So I snagged that sucker. I grabbed it quick, and it completed this thing nicely, because Vestron Video is one of the ones, especially when they originally get released, they're pretty dang affordable. So just to have the slipcover on it, every other release that I have besides Blue Steel, which is bugging me now, has the slipcover. I like the way that they all look all uniform. So I'm trying to go for the complete Vestron Video collection. We'll see if I get there or not. Next movie, I'd like to pick up a lot of boutique titles. I do a podcast called Boutique Talk. It's just something that I love to collect right now. Had no idea that this movie got a boutique release. From Shout Select, we have Havoc. I remember watching this movie, or at least it coming on a lot on Stars when I was growing up. And I remember this movie for two specific reasons. Growing up, those reasons were huge. And I don't really want to say on here what they were, but if you know anything about Havoc, you kind of know what I'm talking about. And I haven't seen the movie since. I don't think I've seen the movie all the way through, if I'm being honest. So I saw this. I'm like, wow, I haven't thought about this movie in a very long time. Why not add it to the collection? I want to say it was like $12.99, something like that. Next one up, we have a couple of Disney Steel books. I was shocked when I found these because they are very minty. There's not a scratch to be seen. Here is the live action remake of Mulan. And oh my God, I've never seen this version. Normally the live action remakes of Disney classics, I'm not a fan of. I'll show you one that I found that I am a fan of, but I'm a fan of this Steelbook artwork. Oh my God, ladies and gents. Just the watercolor aesthetic just going all over this thing looks beautiful. And on the inside, we have the 4K. Yes, this and the other one I'm about to show you, $14.99 for a 4K Steelbook with the Blu-ray. How nuts is that? God, can I get to this? The other one I got is the Jungle Book. It's all the way at like the very top of that stack at the very end. So I don't know if I'm going to get it, but if you want to see that, go look at my last YouTube video. It's very, very, very cool. So, and I like the Jungle Book. That's like my favorite live action remake that Disney has done. Probably the only good one that they've done, in my opinion. So I was very happy to find that. Another thing that I wasn't on the hunt for, but as soon as I found it, I knew that I had to have it. Because my oldest daughter, is obsessed with this show now. And I was very obsessed with this show when I was her age. Clarissa Explains It All, season 1, old school Nickelodeon here, like 92, 93. This would play on reruns forever on the channel. Yeah, just very, very cool stuff. All the stuff is on Disney Plus, so I didn't necessarily need to pick this up. It's just kind of, as soon as I see this cover, it's like, boom, blast of nostalgia. It's great. And there's two different special features on here that really caught my attention. Melissa Joan Hart on MTV Cribs. That's another blast of nostalgia. I watched so many episodes of MTV Cribs, and I don't remember hers at all. So that should be fun to watch. And then the Nick Time Capsule. Again, like the epitome of nostalgia. Just going back and seeing what was playing in 2 years of a time where I was watching Nickelodeon very heavily. So that should be fun. And the last thing that I picked up in the last video that I shot, Evil Dead Remake, 4K, Scream Factory, with the slip. It was less than $20. It was $18.99 if I remember correctly. I didn't get this for the longest time because I had the Blu-ray. I was happy with the Blu-ray. This release didn't come with any new special features. It just came with a new 4K restoration. I didn't have the Scream Factory edition, but I have like a very nice steelbook for it. Is that close to me? Yes, it's right here. I'll show you the steelbook of Evil Dead 2 because it looks great. Look at this sucker. Oh my God. Simplicity personified right here. I absolutely love this thing. On the back, yes, we got Jane Levy scared out of her dang mind. And on the inside is like the big kicker for me. It looks like a lot of the illustrations from the Necronomicon. Good stuff. But I do have to admit, I like this movie enough that I want to see what the 4K restoration is like, and I do want to see those original special features that were on the Shout Factory Blu-ray. So for less than $20, I picked it up, and I'm very happy to add this to the collection. Before I go over the rest of the movies, let's kind of go over some of the comments that I have. Let's do, when is The Boy and the Heron coming out on disc? You've been waiting soon, right? Sometime this month. I went over it on my tier list ranking of Steelbook, so it's sometime this month for sure. Is there any innovation left in Steelbook packaging? There has to be. And 9 times out of 10, that innovation is going to come from Lionsgate because they care the most to actually innovate that process, whether it be the Steelbook or the slipcovers. I think that, God, there was a release this year, the Raid Redemption January, that had amazing embossing and debossing. And I think that there's a lot of different opportunities for that to pop and make Steelbook releases amazing. But honestly, I think the innovation is with the slipcover. Remember the Sizu one that was a side loader that looked like you were like shoving a knife into somebody's head? There's just random stuff like that. The Stranger Steelbook that's coming out in a week, 2 weeks. The slipcover opens up like a front door, and then the strangers pop in. There's an innovation right there that's never been done on a slipcover Steelbook before. So there are new innovations to be had. Maybe that should be a video, like things Steelbooks can do to evolve. That I could think about that for a little bit and see if I could do that. See, yeah, that intrigues me a little bit for sure. Happy Optimist is in here. How's it going, man? Disney Steel for $15. That is a steal. A steal for a steal. That's my favorite type. I always wait for deals like that for sure. I post my IG regarding Corey about the stacked Despicable Me DVDs that went viral. It did go viral? Okay, good. I saw the picture, but I didn't see how big it got for you. Yeah, he made that picture, Corey Wilkie's movies and music. He posted a big stack of Despicable Me stuff specifically because Bob handed him everything. He's like, here's your thumbnail. And I'm glad that picture is going good for you, man. What boutique label do you think looks best on the shelf? Umbrella, dude. An Umbrella. Without even thinking, without hesitation, their box sets look so nice together. Their regular releases have, the majority of them, the slipcover ones look nice. And even when they don't have a slipcover, they have a nice beefy, just beefy clear box. Kind of like what I'm about to show you once I'm done with these comments. They just look very, very nice. I know you didn't ask me least favorite, but Kino, I know people like the uniformity without the slipcover with just the black and the white lettering. I feel like it would take me forever to find things. I like to look for like the font. I like to have like the movie pop out on the shelf, and all of that just kind of blends together. Personally, it's not for me, but I think Umbrella looks very, very nice on the shelf for sure. That Evil Dead Steelbook is still demanding big money. It is. I'm keeping it. I'm not going to sell that sucker. Evil Dead's one of my favorite horror franchises, but I'm curious how much it's going for. I bought it for like $20. I wonder how much. I'm interested now. If you know Movie Hunter, shoot it in here. Boy and the Heron's already sold out. There's no way. Those Studio Ghiblis, they printed so many of like the main color ones with the people with like the Grave of the Firefly is not a good example. They did that of My Neighbor Totoro and Ponyo, like all of their stuff. So that's crazy to think that one would be sold out already. I bet it doesn't stay sold out for long. Okay, as promised, can you rate Radiohead albums from worst to best? Oh, God. In Rainbow's number 1, for sure, with a bullet. I don't think there's a bad song on that listing, on that track list. The Bends, 2. OK Computer, 3. Hail to the Thief is pretty low. Their original one, I can't remember what that's called. The one with Creep. Creep's like really the only good song. That's pretty dang low. There's like best and worst, and then the rest of them just kind of fall into place. But there's like top 3, bottom 2. I'll do that. Dead Seal runs around $80 sealed. Okay, that's not super bad. I'm glad I got it when I did, for sure. Thank you for sending the heart over here, Jimmy. I appreciate that. It's not sold out. Street date was the 9th. It was the 9th? Wow. Okay, it's already out then. So, you looking for The Boy and the Heron? It's out now. Have fun looking. Maybe look on Amazon. Who the heck knows? Let's see here. The picture got 24 likes. Yes, going very, very viral. Happy Optimist. But let's keep on going with the movies, because honestly, I have 2 movies left, and I have 5 vinyls left. These two movies both are coming from Turbine Media out of Germany, and both of these releases, a lot of these companies send me releases to review, but before that, they send me emails for movies to be like, hey, do you want to talk about these movies on your channel? And when this email came through, I'd heard of one of them. I didn't know the other one existed, and the one that I'd heard of, I kind of have a story behind, so I kind of wanted to talk about it. That one is Flesh Gordon, not Flash. Change that A to an E, and you have Flesh Gordon. I've never seen the movie, but I do remember very vividly. I was like 6 or 7, and I was liking sci-fi movies, and we were at like my dad's side of the family's Thanksgiving. We were at my grandma's house, and my cousin brought over Flash Gordon, and I thought it was Flash Gordon, and I really liked Flash Gordon. So I grabbed the movie, like, I like this movie. This movie's great. And for some reason, I wanted to tell everybody I liked this movie. So I was literally just going around showing everybody Flash Gordon, saying, I love this. I love this, even though I'd never seen it. And I don't know how risque this movie is either, but just anything called Flesh Gordon is just like, what the heck is this? But you pan it to the back, and you can see that robot's got a thing. That robot's got a thing over here, TikTok too, and that thing be swinging. I I don't know how risque this is. I don't know if it even is rated. It's 90 minutes. It's got the extra disc has 2 hours. There's a lot of special features on here, but as you can see, everything is in German. Turbine Media is a German-based company, after all. These are also Region B locked. I want to say they'll work still in a Region A player. I meant to test this next copy, Doctor Strange. I opened this one up. What's cool about the releases as well, if you don't like this big bug, this like, I hate that stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me over in the States anyway. You can flip it around, and this bug right here is just on the inside, so you can have it bugless, which is nice. But yeah, did you know that there was a Doctor Strange movie released in 1978? Because I didn't. I had no idea whatsoever. I'm very intrigued to see what the heck this movie is about and how janky this movie looks. I'm assuming in my head, I'm just thinking this has the budget of The Incredible Hulk, because that was made around the same time. That had like no budget. Very, very curious to see what exactly this movie is like. And it's 94 minutes. Just to be like a Marvel completionist, I want to watch as many movies from that organization as I can. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange and Flesh Gordon. That is what we are ending with movie-wise. I have a lot more movies to show off. I haven't opened them yet. I have this bubble mailer from Warner Brothers. Just feeling it in here. I am 90% sure that is going to be the Rocky collection, the 4K collection with all 6 movies. So that should be coming next week. And the big kicker, I don't even know if I can lift this over the screen here. Oh God. Oh God. This one's heavy. Speaking of Umbrella Entertainment, this sucker weighs at least 10 pounds. I'm not joking you whatsoever. This has all of their new releases. This sucker, I know for a fact, has their 4K release of The Raid Redemption in a glorious box set. It has the new Super Mario Brothers box set. I just know when I open that, I'm going to have to make a lot of content, and I want to focus my content tonight on watching The Fall Guy, enjoying myself, catching a movie that I meant to catch in theaters and I never did. And that can wait until tomorrow, right? I can film this content tomorrow. I can enjoy myself tonight. That's what I'm saying in my head. We'll see after the live stream if I end up doing that or not. And I also have a stack of about 20 movies that I picked up during the get together with all of the content creators. It was an absolute blast. We hit up 5 stores. One of them was a Salvation Army that only Bob got something from. But the other 4, I actually found really good movies. So my original plan was to just show all of them in one video, but I think I'm going to make like 4 separate videos, just one for each store, because there were a lot of goodies. And we also all brought trade bait, and I found a lot of good stuff that other people brought. We made a Yankee swap. I got one of the Holy Grail pieces I've been wanting. I got another movie that I've wanted forever. can't wait to show you those either. So next week, depending on if I get those videos out, it should be a good time to watch this live stream. But you're watching now, and I guess we don't have to end after this, but if you want to throw questions my way, we can keep on talking about anything you want. But I got a blind box from Mondo. They had a crazy sale, $50, 5 Mondo vinyls. And I could not pass that deal up. You could pick what genre these movie soundtracks were from. You could either do non-movie soundtracks, which would be any type of music, and that kind of scares me. I'm a big soundtrack score lover, especially on vinyl. So I really wanted to get as many of these from Mondo as I could, because Mondo, I have a bunch of their amazing steel books. So I wanted to get a bunch of their vinyls as well. And I saw a couple of content creators get these, and they were pulling out like Michael Giacchino's The Batman score with 3 disc vinyl. I'm like, that's a possibility to get. Okay. The option that I got was horror and thriller and sci-fi movies. That was all 3 movie genres were in this blind bag. So I'm going to go through these one by one, because I don't want to do this, but I do want to do this because I am very interested. I might share my screen and play tidbits on Spotify while we go through this, because I've never heard of any of these movies. And I thought, I'm a big movie guy. I'm a big movie lover. I haven't seen any of these. I haven't heard of any of these. I want to see if it's worth ripping it open and showing you the goods on the inside or not. The artwork on the outside looks great. But let's stop blabbering. Let's get to some vinyls. First one, Beyond the Gates. You know me, physical media lover. I collect VHS. Just having the VHS on there looks phenomenal. Know nothing about this movie whatsoever. But if you have VHS tapes, I'm assuming it's going to be like 80s, synthy, Stranger Things-ish sounding. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to share the screen here. Where to go? Right here. Oh, I have been listening to the new Childish Gambino album. Mwah. It is awesome. It is probably my second favorite album from him right now. I still have a really soft spot for Camp. If people like Childish Gambino, I actually saw him perform when Camp was, he went to my college to perform, and it was when he was first starting out his music career. So he did half stand-up set, half playing the songs from Camp. It was the best. But let's kind of type in Beyond the Gates and see what we get. Oh, there's my podcast boutique talk right there. Look at that. Beyond, Beyond the Gates. There it is. Album Wojciech Golinski. Okay. Let's I wonder how this is gonna go. I think I can only play like 5-10 second blips. So yeah, let's do summer 1992. See what this sounds like. Well, that's this. Play this one. There we go. So very synthy. Got it. Okay. At the Gates. That's the same one. Nope. I don't use Spotify that often on a desktop. Here we go. At the Gates. Very, very synthy. Can you guys hear this on your end? It sounds like it's coming from my phone, and I don't know why that is. Oh, playing on iPhone. Look at that. Let's get this off of here. Let's play it on the web browser. Let's do... Okay, I'll play Summer 1992 again. Kind of makes me want to go to sleep. Getting weird. Let's get weird, folks. Let's get weird. Very, very synthy. Very, very, very simple. We got it. Let's get through. This is very lullaby-ish. Like creepy lullabies. I don't know. Sup Dad. Let's do a Sup Dad. Building to something. 3 songs in, I don't know if I'm a big fan of this whatsoever. So, even though I love the cover artwork and I might watch the trailer, that might be my final decision. For right now, this one might be a pass. This one might be a pass. Another thing I was thinking about, I bought this blindly for $50. I was hoping I could get a couple that I like, and if I get other ones that I don't like, I can always flip and make my money back and have at least two that I enjoy. This one, I don't even know how to say the correct verbiage for the title. Tambad? Tambad? Maybe? Who the heck knows? I've never heard. Who has heard of this? Has anybody heard of this movie? I have not. This comes from Soham Sean Films, and it's a double vinyl. This is very, very strange. I have no idea what I'm even going to expect listening to any type of music. So let's go back here, go to search, make sure I spell it right. B-B-A-D, Tambad, original soundtrack. Here we go. Jesper Kid. And let's feed that witch. Let's go. That sounds like a great title. Very quiet. Very quiet. Not a fan. Very atmospheric. Not my type of scores. Nope, that's very boring. Okay. Grandmother's Meal. That sounds warming, right? Oh, God. Okay. Nope. Nope. I can already tell. This soundtrack is not for me either. Let's do another fun Teflon. Teflon Don. Let's go. Oh, boy. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss for me. Chocolate Coins, is this going to be a redemption saver for this soundtrack? Kind of inspiring a little bit. I'm not. Okay, got some strings in here, saving it. Chocolate Coins, I like. I'll give one more song a shot because I like Chocolate Coins so much. What's another good title? Let's Driving in the Rain. I did that a few days ago in like monsoon conditions. Not fun. Let's see if this song is also not fun. Very bland. Very, very bland. Not a fan of Tim Bod either. Ooh, Happy Optimist with the Safe. Tim Bod is an Indian horror film in 2018. Have you seen it? Is it good? Because I wasn't digging the soundtrack here. For me, 0 for 2. I hate to say it. 0 for 2. Good. Not great. Not great, Bob. Okay, let's Happy Optimist is going crazy in the comments here. Let's do Movie Hunter first. I always wanted a steelbook made like a pop-up book. Like the movie Saw could have steel books where the discs pop out and spin. That would be crazy. I would feel like if they ever made a steelbook like that, that would be close to like triple-digit money. That seems like a lot of pieces added extra, which is going to be extra costs for the distributors. And I don't know. I would love to see it. I just don't think we would ever get something like that at all. Sorry, I needed a drink. What's a physical media director cut or extended cut you think is essential to own? Oh my God. I have to think about that one for a second. That's a very loaded question. I'm not prepared for cinephile ASMR. Should I whisper my voice? What is a cut of a movie that I like longer as opposed to the theatrical version? I have to think on that. Let me think on that. I don't have an answer, so sorry for that. Serotonin boost movie and the movie that gives you the biggest ick is the new question on Boutique Talk. Very good. Those should be fun to have people answer. And yes, an album recommendation while I'm going through here. Happy Optimist always asks this question, and I feel like I need to be obligated to be on my toes and be like, yes, I actually have one this time. Your Old Droog. He is a underground hip hop artist. That is his last album, Movie, is finally getting him some traction on Spotify. I listened to him when he had less than like 40,000 listeners monthly. Now he has like 400, 500,000 monthly. His best album from start to finish, no skips, YOD Wave. It's amazing. It's short. It's like 35 minutes. It's got like 7 or 8 songs on it. It just slaps so hard. And I love that album. That for music albums, I like to have ones that I like all of the songs, or at least the majority of the songs. Because if I'm buying an album just to play like a couple and I have to like move the needle and skip through them, not for me, not my thing at all. But YOD Wave is amazing. If you're a fan of hip hop, especially like MF Doom style hip hop, give Your Old Droog a shot for sure. Let's see here. Did I listen to the new Eminem record? 2 songs. I didn't hate the first one. I just haven't went back to it because I liked Eminem in high school. I'm not the biggest fan of Eminem now, like even his old stuff. Billy the Puppet on 4K UHD saw. Oh, are you asking if I have that? I do somewhere, but it's over there. So I cannot get it. Sorry about that, man. I have my stuff in order, and I just rearranged to kind of stretch and give me some space. So on the very bottom here of this wall, it only goes to P now. On this side of the wall, it is R and the rest of the alphabet. Does the SpongeBob SquarePants movie? I don't have that steelbook. I have not gotten that steelbook yet. I honestly thought I was going to get it for review, and they did not send that one or Rango. Those are like the 2 steelbooks I need to pick up now for sure. But I do want to show that off on my ranking. It was my second favorite steelbook of the month, so I will get it. Just sales this month have been insane, so I have not physically picked it up yet, but I plan on doing that wholeheartedly. Okay, this next vinyl, going back to the vinyls, I've heard of this. I have heard of this. I've never seen it. I have heard of this. I want to say it's a TV show. Monsterland. Art looks cool. Art looks very, very cool. This looks promising to me, especially if it gives me Halloween-y vibes. A record to throw on while trick-or-treaters are coming to my door. That's what I'm kind of hoping that this is going for. We'll see. Ooh, Anna Perina pictures. That's promising as well. Okay, let's go back over here to Spotify and let's look up Monsterland. One word. I'm a motherfucking awesome. Monsterland. Ooh, soundtrack. Here it is. Gustavo. That's the guy's name. Let's do it. Let's get dizzy, folks. Ooh, okay. See, I like this. I'm digging this a lot. It's like that slow, methodical, but it's got a to it. Okay, I'm a fan. I'm a fan so far. Solitude. Will this put me to sleep? This gives me like kind of. That's the vibe. That's pretty. Again, I gotta kind of skip because I don't want to get demonetized for this. I don't hate it. Locked in your soul. Oh, that's like Last of Us stuff. That's really nice. Yeah, acoustic guitar all the way. I like this one. This one is going to be a winner. Not the vibe I thought we were going to get. Here's a reaction. Let's see if I have a reaction to reactions. Okay, nothing so far. Yeah, very, very Last of Us. Am I crazy here? There's one called Solitude. There's another one called Only Solitude. Very sad. Yep. This is like Irish jig stuff. I like this. This is a keeper. This is a keeper for me, folks. I don't have anything soundtrack-wise like this in the collection. This is exciting. Okay, I got one. That's good. Monsterland. You're in the keep pile. Congratulations. Let's keep that momentum going with a very old school looking sci-fi movie. Planet of the Vampires. Okay, not gonna be honest, not my type of genre I normally go to. The horror mixture into the old school sci-fi might tickle my fancy a little bit. We shall see. I'm not 1,000% sure. This is a limited edition splatter pressing on a very thick vinyl, too, 140 gram vinyl. That's promising. How was this one? Did this one have anything? Oil slick variant. You know what? If it's a win, if it passes the sniff test audio wise, I should open it up and show you what it looks like, right? I gotta be this is new for me too, folks. Okay, I'm gonna open this up and show you. There's not gonna be an innard to show you. It's just gonna be the vinyl, but you can see with me if the vinyl is pretty enough, because I'm a sucker for a very good splatter effect on a release for sure. An oil slick variant, I have no idea what that means. Here's the front without. I like that. Simplicity, folks. This is too simple. This is just water. But the front is solid. Let's slide this sucker out. You get that same artwork on there. And it's just, ooh. Okay. Very Last of Us, right? Very just like thick green fog. That looks nice. I think it looks better in person, unfortunately, than it does on camera. But that's good. That's a good from me. Monsterland is a win. Another reason why I like these Mondo releases. They have very pretty pressings. And I am a huge sucker for that. I feel like if I can make my audio listening as visual as I possibly can, that's a win. And that's a win in my book. So yes, Monsterland. Very glad to see it. I want to get this little piece of paper in there too. I also don't have a lot of like protectors for my vinyls. I don't even know what kind of brand to get, which one is good and which one is not good. So yeah, we'll see. That landed in the wrong spot. Okay. Planet of the Vampires. Let's get back to this. Let's have a little listening party for this. Go in here, share the screen. Monsterland should be turned into Planet of the Vampires. Here it is. Ooh, Italian. Okay. Well, this is the podcast. I don't want this. Oops, I messed up. Planet of the Vampires. Let's see if this is on Spotify. It is. Okay. Nope, this is another podcast. Let's do albums. It's not on here. That's depressing. Okay. There are podcasts about the movie, but there is no actual soundtrack on here. So, Planet of the Vampires will remain a mystery forever. Now let's go to the final vinyl. It's the final vinyl, and this sucker looks cool. This looks very, very promising. Blood on Her Name. Again, I've never heard of this. Don't know who made this either. It just looks like, your average run-of-the-mill horror movie. This pressing is a blood-soaked vinyl, so I am fingers crossed for this one for sure. So before I go to that, I can go to a couple more comments. Over here, Movie Buff on TikTok, who are some of my favorite movie talk creators on this app. TikTok specifically, we have Brian Starr. I've had him on the podcast. He's a great guy. Matt McCarthy, also had him on the podcast. I love his VHS a day series that he does. CIB, he's not really movie related anymore, I guess. He's still a little video game related. That'd be a guy that I'd like to talk to because he has a nice collection all over the place. He'd be fun. And Films at Home, I'm always a fan of. Doesn't matter what he does. He does a lot of these movie recommendations right now. Jeff Razio. I've had him on the podcast too. Look at that. I feel like my favorite creators, if you want to go to my podcast Boutique Talk, you can kind of see who some of my favorite TikTok creators are. Drew. What the heck is his name? It's not Movie Drew. I can't. He's been on my podcast. He has a couple thousand followers. I want to say he's like at 5 right now. He has an amazing steelbook collection. I 1,000% think you should go look for him for sure. Friday the 13th box set. I have it, but I'm doing something else right now here. Play Hello Zep. What is that? I don't even know what that is. So if I don't know what it is, I'm not going to play it. But I am going to play Blood on Her Name. Let's go back to Spotify for the last time and look up Blood on Her Name. I was going to say, that is not a Bob Dylan. Okay, let's start with The Buddy. This looks very A Quiet Place Day One, does it not? The artwork on the cover. The artwork on this cover too, I guess. The body very cool. Oops, I should probably okay. Very average soundtrack here. Okay, we got the buddy. Or the buddy. Buddy. Kitchen Attack. Banging and banging. I don't know if this is going to be one that I listen to, one that I want to put on and play all the way through. This is very, this will work. This works in a movie better than it does like playing it on its own. Blood on your shoes. That's not good. Get those sneaker cleaners, folks. I'm not vibing with this, unfortunately. Kill each other. That's not nice. Is it gonna play? Is it loading? What's going on? Nothing's going. It doesn't even want to play for me. That's great. What should I do indeed? I think this is gonna be a pass. I hate this thing. I really was rooting for the blood-soaked vinyl, but unfortunately, I think I'm 1 for 5 on this blind box. That's very, very sad. I paid $50 more or less for Monsterland. A fun find for sure, just an expensive one. And I'm not a big fan of that. But selling these other 4, I should make my money back and then some. Like even if I just do $20, I will still be profitable. And then I can buy more movies, which is always fun to do as well. I think that's all I really had planned for tonight. I'm glad I'm able to go on a little bit earlier than I normally do, so I can have time to start reviewing this release of the Fall Guy. All the way down here, it's at the bottom of my stack. Let's change that. Hopefully, I have a review for the Fall Guy out on Sunday. That's what I'm planning for. I'm going to watch it tonight, film stuff tomorrow, maybe edit tomorrow. It's supposed to be rainy here tomorrow, so we're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff. We're not going to be able to leave the house a lot because it's supposed to literally rain all day. There's like a 3-hour pocket where my kids want to go garage sailing, so I kind of wanted to do that. We'll see when that pocket lines up for sure. But Happy Optimist wants me to watch the extended version. I might watch both. I might watch both just to kind of see and be able to talk about both for the review. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I think I am going to end it there. Thank you for watching New Release Roundup number 10. I have a lot of fun doing these. I hope you had fun with this. I changed the format a little bit, playing vinyls. I don't know how well that went over or not. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you.